Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So we're back where we finished off last time, still in the same mission, the same scenario, and what I've decided to do, because it seems logical now, is just to play this mission through. I'm not sure how many more videos it would take, definitely more than a couple, because then you can see anything that happens. I'm not obviously I can't change what happens, so if I make mistakes or something goes wrong, then you'll see that, and there'll probably be a few bits along the way where you might spot something different or something you've wondered about, or there might be something else that I've not told you. So that's kind of the plan. So anyway, we'll just take it from where we left off. Apparently, because I couldn't remember either, where I left off was, I'll show you the overall scenario. There it is. Same mission, same dead other gang members. Actually, one of the things I find a little bit strange about this game, not in a bad way, just curious, is the way they have this, which is that skull and crossbones thing when you take down another gang member, and I keep calling it killed, and that's because kind of it is in the mission, and as when you change sectors, you're not fighting the same gang. For all intents and purposes, it doesn't really matter if you kill someone or they replace someone, because they're not long-term rivals. But I just find it strange that they use that, because that I know it can be knocked out, but it totally suggests you've killed somebody, and of course you don't. And also I think, and like I said, I'm sure later down the line, from what I've seen in the menus where it says how many of your own gang have died, you can lose gang members and they can be killed. I think even early on, like with any game, it would be a bit better if you did kill them. It would seem a bit more realistic, because depending on how they died, because sometimes you can hit someone with a melee weapon, maybe it wouldn't kill them, but if you shoot someone like full on and they've got like one hit point left, then they'd be dead. So I think it would be slightly more realistic as well if you actually did have the ability to kill people, rather than they just all injured and back for the next round. And that would obviously count your own gang as well, although it would be annoying. But it would be like XCOM and even Watch Dogs Legion that we were doing earlier in videos. Like permadeath thing gives you more to think about, because knowing that kind of the worst that can happen is someone might get an injury is not as bad as knowing that someone can die. And yes, you could hire more people, but it would be very bad if you had very experienced gang members and they died. So I just think it would be a slightly better balance. I'm not complaining, I like it the way it is, but it's just an observation I actually made while I was doing this video. Anyway, so there you see the scenario. We've got the same overlay as last time, which, if you remember, you'd be fantastic, because I couldn't. Apparently it's our turn next, that seems right. So we've only got 2 possible people left that can move. It will say they've already played in this round, so in this round we've only got 2. We've got her, who is the one that's over there doing a still active Overwatch, so again we won't move her, because there's no point, because she's not really relevant to any conflict, and she's already got an active Overwatch, so we'll move her because she's the only other option. I haven't decided what to do. I'm going to think it's going to mean standing up, because there's not much point in her doing another Overwatch. So we'll see where she is. She is there, and as you can see, there's another gang member of the red gang there, and there's one there. That one has what looks like a very large melee weapon, and we don't really want to fight them. We've only got 2 handguns, so that one, who's already more near death, not near death, but they've lost more than half of their hit points, we'll fight them. So what we'll do is we will turn around, go there, and I'm going to show you something which I've probably shown you before, but I'll show you again. So when it says offensive, we could shoot them, and there'll be a 100% chance of a hit, but just because we will do the servo shock. Now this is quite a good tactic. It's quite a good weapon. The people that have that small alien-looking thing floating, that's a device that boosts your tech, but that indicates they've got that ability. And this it's good. I mean, it can be quite strong. You can see there it hits 36 to 44, so the actual power is quite good. Some guns are better, some melee weapons are a lot better, but it doesn't mean you have to reload weapons, which is always something to think about, because reloading a weapon can use your action points, especially if you're in a conflict. And also, although this isn't the case here, you can use that through obstacles, or if someone's on a floor higher or lower, then you can still use it if they're within range, so it can be very useful sometimes, especially if you're kind of bogged down to get somebody who's kind of doing an Overwatch than you. So we'll just use that to show you. There we go, and it goes like that, and he will go, ow, well, you can't hear the volume, and let's see. And yeah, it's not killed him a lot, but it's killed him enough. And just to show you the difference, we can shoot him as well. We will do, what should we do? We will do an aimed shot, just to show you. And because we're so close and he's literally standing in front of us, unlike the other time when we checked this out, and only the torso is usually very high percentage, this time almost all of him is high percentage because he's standing right in front of us, so that's good. So let's be bad, and we'll do the one thing that's slightly not 100% and shoot him in the head, just because, yeah, we're like that, shooting people in the head. And as you can see, that had a better effect than the servo tech attack, but again, it means we've used another shot, which means we have to reload again at some point, but that was good. Now, because we didn't move much, we can use our entrench to convert movement points to action points. That gives us more, and we'll see what we can do. We can shoot, and the reason it's got that like that is we can shoot with both guns. So that last time we just shot with one, but we've got a lot of points now, and the 2 hits either side is with both guns, and so we can shoot with both guns, and that might kill him actually. So let's do that. And yeah, we've killed him. Our left weapon's out of ammo, so now that's interesting. So okay, so what we would do probably, if you look at this thing here, what that is there is a crate which he just carried, and you could probably see him holding it at the time, which he's now dropped. So in this situation, and bearing in mind we've already killed a few of the other gang members, we've killed at least 2 of the red team, at least 2 of the blue team, so we're up on gang members anyway. What I would do in this situation is I would go there, we might as well kneel because we haven't got the points to do anything else, which is just a kind of cover. But next turn I would grab that crate because it's left there, we don't really need an extra gun, and when the crate's available and it's just sitting there waiting, we might as well take it, because what can happen is you can leave it even if you're near it, and because of the way this game works really, so much traversing and jumping and ways to get to different areas, someone can come from an area you can't expect and grab it, and then you've got a run around chasing them. So while it's there at this stage of the mission, I would just grab it next turn. So that's done, and we've done all we can. We've killed somebody, we've freed up a crate to snatch. They will do what they're going to do. That's red gang. Field scan is a thing where you reload your weapon and you can get extra points if you hit anyone. It's something that comes along later, you don't get it from the beginning. It's one of those abilities that you pick up for leveling up. And he's searching a dead body. It's not one of our gangs, so... And the gangs will search their own dead as well. I'm not sure what she was searching, but they'll search their own dead to take stuff. There's someone with a crate. Now that's interesting. They shot at somebody. That one's pinned. That's still got movement points, obviously. And they've sitting there, see, okay, so that person from that team has literally run in front of the red team and grabbed 2 crates and then jumped away. And so, although the red team were there, standing there literally, they took the time to search a dead person rather than grab a crate, and someone's stolen the crate. And then again, because this game's on multi-levels, once you jump off somewhere, it can be not in a bad way, but it can be irritating to chase somebody down and find ways down to get them, and then by the time you've jumped down they've run away. So anyway, that's what can happen. So we only got one person left, which will finish the round. That's her. There's no point in her overwatching there, because I'm going to guess there's nobody around there. Yeah, you can see there's literally nobody there, so there's no point in her overwatching. There's a crate, not a crate, but one of those loot boxes things which we can search. Well, actually won't bother. We'll just go to join in the conflict a little, I think. So we come to here, see who that is. Okay, so we can see there's a red gang member there. That's the only one. She's got a melee weapon, and it's quite a good one, and she's very high level. So trade would be that we can swap with our own team member either items or buffs and potions and injections. But so now we're here, and there's two people there. Two gang members. That's weird. Anyway. So what we'll do, I think we will Overwatch with a ambush, because as you can see, one of those has got a melee weapon. The chance that they'll run at us, or one of them will come in our range, and that will be worth showing anyway, is good. So we'll do ambush, and like I said before, that means that you're going to attack anybody that comes in range with your melee weapon, and that can be very good, because once you get someone, then they have to use points to disengage, and because we've got a good melee weapon, that's quite a good plan. So we will just ambush there. She's not really done anything yet. I think she did an Overwatch shot at somebody just in the last bit. So we can, again, because we've got points, we've got lots of points, we can reload our weapon. And as I said before, if you've got spare points, do anything you can. We could use one of these. Let's just use one of these. So for example, we can just use that, and I'll show you what that, did it again. So I'll show you what that did. Oh, okay, I won't show you what that did. Yeah, but we just used one of our buffs. I think that was one to help our melee weapon, but I'll show you next time. But anyway, so we've used that. We've used our Overwatch, so we've only got 10 points, so we'll kneel with 10 points. The things like kneel and the jump mechanics and those things, they can be different for each gang member depending on what traits they've got and injuries and other things. So those things, some can be 15 because they're injured. One of my gang members is injured. They've got shrapnel in their back, and for that reason, to kneel, it costs them 15 in action points. So it can all be different. So anyway, that's that, and we'll finish our turn because she's got nothing else to do. The red gang member has decided to run away, and as you can see, that's good because that illustrated that. Then because he's run, although he was running away, he was still near enough to trigger our ambush melee weapon Overwatch. So now we've run after him, we've already hit him, so he's more wounded, and he's still going to run away because he's very low on hit points now, so he's going to leg it. Sometimes other gang members will literally extract with nothing because they probably want to save their gang member, so he's run down and shot somebody, one of our people actually, but often they'll just extract for no reason. So anyway, that's another round gone. I won't continue because this will be about 15 minutes, and I'm trying to limit all these videos to about 14 to 15 minutes. So a new round begins. As you can see, all our gang members still alive, all raring to go, which they will do in the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the ongoing mission of Necromunda Underhive Wars, and thanks, see you soon, take care, bye.